So many of us feel like we're just passengers in our own lives, right? Just along for a ride we didn't really sign up for. But what if that's not the whole story? What if you could be the one in the driver's seat? Today, we're going to dive into a way of thinking that basically hands you the blueprints and the tools to become the master designer of your own experience. Let's get into what it means to be the architect of your own life.
So let's just cut right to the chase with the big question, the one this whole thing is built on. Are you a spectator, just kind of watching your life play out from the cheap seats? Or are you the architect, the one drawing up the plans, laying the foundation, and actually building the life you want? Seriously, how you answer that, even just to yourself, could be a total game changer. Okay, let's really dig into the core idea here. And listen, this is way more than just, think positive thoughts. We're talking about a fundamental shift, like upgrading your entire internal operating system. It all comes down to one powerful belief. You are the primary creative force in your own life. Not your boss, not your circumstances, not fate. You. So what does this actually mean in plain English? Well, being the architect of your life is all about flipping a switch. You stop being just a product of what's around you, and you start becoming the creator of your own destiny. Think of it like this. It's grabbing the pen from the hand of whatever happens and deliberately, intentionally writing your own story. Okay, but where does all this power to create even come from? Here's the best part. It's not something you have to go out and find. The whole idea is that it's already inside you. Your inner self is like this massive, untapped reservoir of strength, creativity, and pure potential. All the raw materials you could ever need, they're already there, just waiting for you to start building. All right, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds great in theory, but how? How do you actually do that? How do you go from being a spectator in the stands to the designer down on the field? Well, it all kicks off with one thing, making a very conscious, very deliberate shift in how you see things. And this really lays it all out, doesn't it? Look at the two sides. You've got the passive spectator. They react to stuff. They see the limits. Life is something that just happens to them. Then you've got the active architect. They create. They see opportunities. They're tapping into that inner power we were just talking about. This isn't just a tiny tweak in your thinking. It's a complete rewrite of your job description in your own life. Honestly, making this one mental switch, it's everything. It's the key that doesn't just unlock one door, it unlocks the entire blueprint of what you're capable of. It's like giving yourself permission to finally build something that actually means something to you. So, to pull this out of the world of ideas and into the real world, let's look at a pretty amazing example of this whole philosophy in action. And it comes from a place you probably wouldn't expect, an elementary school classroom. Right at the core of the Montessori educational method is this incredibly simple but powerful phrase, "Help me to do it myself." Now, at first glance, that might sound like just asking for help. But it's not. It's not a request for someone else to do the work for you. It's a request for the tools, for the empowerment to build something on your own. And right there, in that one little sentence, you're seeing this whole architect philosophy in its absolute purest form. It's not natural human instinct to want to be the creator, not just the person things happen to. And it's something we have from day one. Think about it. In this model, the child is the designer. The teachers, they aren't telling them exactly what to build or how it should look. No, they're providing the essential building blocks, the materials, and some guidance. The whole environment is built on trusting that the child can and will construct their own understanding. It's literally a blueprint for how to live a self-directed, architect-driven life. Okay, so we've talked about the big idea. We've seen how it works even in a classroom. So now, let's bring it all back to you. How do you start drafting your own personal blueprint? What's the very first step to laying that first, all-important stone? It really boils down to 3 simple steps. First, it's an inside job. You have to genuinely acknowledge that you have this power to design and build. You gotta believe it. Second, you make a choice. You consciously adopt that active architect mindset. And third, and this is the most important part, you have to act. You pick one building block. It doesn't matter how small, and you just start. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final thought. Look, don't get overwhelmed thinking you have to design the entire cathedral of your life by tomorrow. That's not how it works. Every grand design in history started with one single choice, one single action. So the only question that really matters right now is this one. What's the first stone you're going to lay today?